Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you some new updates and projects I've been working on here. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. This is a Moog Prodigy that I have modified with my own designed mod. I kind of got experimenting, and the synth actually had mods prior to mine, so it was like remove his old mods because they were really bad. And it actually caused him some problems. When I got the synth, it didn't work. His filter cutoff frequency was bad, and I found out that the mod that somebody had done back in the 80s was actually the cause of the pod issue. It overheated the carbon track and burned it open. So I just took all that out, like I said, and came up with my own mod. And so what I've done is I've tried to modernize this thing to some standards using a modern, expression pedal, because I was wanting to make it a lot more controllable than it was originally. And so what I've done here is I've actually created a power supply internally. I built my own power supply that runs off the Prodigy's power supply, and it delivers a plus and negative voltage. And then if you look at the interface, I built him a little interface for his pedal. Expression pedal controls, I got pitch and filter control, and I got a response, which is your positive negative voltage from your supply, and it delivers it to your actual foot pedal. So this pedal will either have a positive or negative response as you push into it. And then I also added a little knob here, which controls your pitch amount that comes from that pedal when it's engaged into pitch. And this is wired into the pitch circuit only, so it doesn't affect your filter or any of that. So anyways, guys, I'll just give you a quick brief view of what this sounds like. And something else I should mention too I did is on the back panel I actually added the interface inputs. So it has the filter input and the CV, the pitch input, so you can still patch it externally as well. And I also put an expression output jack, so whatever is going to the synth you can actually send out of the synth and plug it into another synth or modular or whatever you'd want to do. And it also has gate functions now, so you can trigger it using a sequencer and other fun stuff. So this really opened the synth up a lot. This was actually one of the models that didn't have any of that, so it was a little mixing of taking what the manual told me and then taking what I decided to come up with here. But anyways, with nothing else to say, I'm going to just give you a quick demo here and show you what this kit sounds like I made. Put my camera on my tripod here. So anyways, as you can hear, this is just the synth. And that's with the pitch bend, or your pitch wheel. But now if I engage the foot pedal, and then once again this is where the pedal response comes in, because now I can select it to negative. So I get things like that. But at the same time though, if I push the pedal all the way up and make it fully engaged, I can use my pitch knob and actually make like an octave transpose. So I can go. So I got a whole octave transpose. Of course, this synth still needs calibration, so it's going to be a little out of tune. But what's really cool about this whole octave transpose deal is that it's okay to go up an octave, but what about down octave if you want like the Taurus bass sounds, which is what I was after. So now if I select negative response of the pedal, filter, you got the Taurus kind of sound. making this thing a real bass synth, because it's really bassy anyways. But then you add, this down octave, and that's lower than you could normally go. Of course, you can still offset your oscillators. You still got your octave ranges, so now you're getting into the mini Moog range, which is something this synth didn't originally do, because it's fixed octaves. And that was really the limit of the Prodigy, is they set the octave ranges to where you couldn't really get all the way down to 32 on both oscillators, or all the way up to 4 on both oscillators. So it's kind of fixed, but this kind of takes care of that. And actually, you can see you still got your foot pedal too. So you got things like that. And of course, this knob also works great if you're just wanting to make some crazy noises, because I've got it all fixed where it goes all the way down to a click. And you can hear your oscillators just, and then you can go up. And you can do that same thing with a positive. So once again, you can actually tune it too, and I might actually mark it up to where octave ranges are. I might actually still add a resistor network in here for each octave if you want to shift octaves. Another idea. But anyways, that's the pitch mod, and I can also do the same thing with the filter. So we'll go here, we'll close this filter up and take off the contour mount. Using the pedal. And of course, I can still engage pitch at the same time, so I get something like this. This is where I can use this knob too. Open that filter up a little bit. Things like that. And of course, you can go negative on the filter too, so you can actually bring it out. Basically, reverse controlling the cutoff frequency is really what you're doing. But then, of course, I also fixed the synth that had a envelope generator issue. I had the filter issue, and found a 556 timer chip was bad for his envelope. And that works good. We'll go here, we'll just go. Anyways, as you can hear, it's very expressive now, and like I said earlier, now you can plug in, other LFO sources or other synthesizers. It's got gate control, so you can plug in a sequencer and use a sequencer with it to control it. And now, since you can get it down to the torus octave range, you can actually get some very cool bassy, extremely bassy tones. Offset the oscillator's tuning, so you can offset the tuning of oscillator 2. Now if you was to go low octave, we'll just do it because I'm curious about this myself. Let's open up this filter. Tuning it, that's the fun part. detune your oscillator. Close that filter. And see, now you're getting that really thumpy. So now you're getting that really good sweet tone there. So anyways guys, that's the Prodigy mods I've been working on. And if anybody's interested, I may eventually make a kit or something that'll be available, you know, if somebody wants their Prodigy modded with this. This is an early serial number. It's 12, let's see, it's actually 1258. So it's one of the earlier Prodigies. And so you can do this with any Prodigy. This is a mod that can be done. I actually had to modify his circuit board to work with the open interface, or not really the open interface, but the later versions, or I can't remember if it's the earlier or later versions that had the actual gates and stuff, the triggers and all the inputs, CV inputs and all that. I always get confused on this little synth. But anyways, you can do it to a serial number without the mods. And I can add the CVs and all that good stuff. But anyways guys, that's just a good representation of something I've came up with, a kit, and I've made notes, I've drawn schematics, so everything is in order, and I've done it as professionally as I possibly could for mods. So everything's documented, like I say, color wires are matched, everything's matched, so if this thing ever has to be serviced, it's got a full serviceable schematic history. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll have, I'm sure, more synth projects here soon. Take care.